everybody. Welcome back to McGuire and Son Sawmill. It's been a while. I appreciate you kind of sticking around or coming by. I really do. Uh, I got to give thanks to Mark Galici over there at Bus Motors Production and his sawmill and stuff. And I need to give thanks to Kim over at Triple T Sawmill and Ranch. If it wasn't for those two guys, I would have given up. Mark and Kim both kind of kicked me in the butt and made me finish some projects and get things done, gave me a lot of advice, and helped me along the way with motivation. A lot's changed. There's a roof over the building. Makes it a lot better. You'll have to excuse the mess, as we haven't had time to finish cleaning yet. Right now what we're doing is annual sawmill maintenance, and anybody who tells you that you don't need to do sawmill maintenance is a liar. Every year, every 12 months, we tear this mill right off the frame, or off the footings, excuse me, and we check everything 100%. And I can tell you right now, I'm kind of glad I did. Towards the end of the run, we were having problems with the mill, with the blade wobbling, and things weren't going right. And I couldn't figure out why. A lot of guys kept telling me add more lead. Well, if you're running too much lead, that's not good. These should run at about a 16th to a 32nd of lead. If you look, you can see the adjusters that we made. These are those adjusters to give us infinite adjustment up and down. There's a nut at the bottom, nut at the top, pretty basic. When we leveled this, or when we checked the level on it, we were a quarter of an inch shy, a quarter of an inch low down here on this side. So this mill has effectively dropped to the log side. The back of the mill stayed fine. Everything was fine, great, and dandy. We're a quarter inch down there, and then right here, it went to about 3/8 of an inch. And then, right over the saw head, if you look how much we had to raise that. That is a lot. This is the piece that I built, and what it does is it sits down here on the concrete, and it comes up into here, and I made this bracket, and all it does is it helps to maintain the height of the arbor bearing. That way it takes some of the stress off from the mill itself. But you can see, even at this one, how much we had to raise the mill to get it back to level. You can see that. That's a piece of quarter-inch plate, or half-inch plate, I think. I don't remember. But yep, we had to mill that all out and put those under it to get it to fit. But as you can tell, the roof is on. I got to put the ridge cap on, but right now with metal prices the way they are, I've got a bunch of leftover sheets. And all this tin is used. I have not bought a brand new sheet of tin for the whole building. The lumber was free because I milled it out on my own mill. So all I have into it is fuel and machine time. And I think it'll hold. We got to put the cross braces in and the upright braces in and a little bit more, but for right now, it's good enough. The carriage is doing great. We pulled it apart, checked it, everything is back to where it needed to be. Everything is good. We've got to make some more of these little cams for the dogs, but I think I'm going to go to a zoom and pinion or a rack and pinion type system, and like the Frick mills have and stuff like that, because those are just compression and they're not very good. On average, we run the mill 5 to 6 days a week right now. So we're putting out a lot of lumber. These mills were not designed for the lumber that we're putting out. These were good for the guy who wants to mill out enough to do a shed or a barn, and then a year or two later mill out the lumber for a chicken coop or something. So we are literally beating the crap out of this mill on a daily basis. We're running logs that are way bigger than the 26-inch that the sawmill says you can run. We've ran logs as big as 44 inches on this mill, and it's a bear, because you're really splitting them, and then you've got to cut them with a chainsaw to get the half off, and it's a constant battle. The log deck is the next thing to be replaced. You can tell right here where the arbor is. This is all a work in progress down here. We're digging this down. I got to clean it out. We're digging it down another 20 inches because we have an auger out there that's going in. We're going to split the top on the auger so that it's an open top, so that if there's a piece of bark or something gets in there, it will not plug the arbor up, or the auger up. We're going to dig this all down, and it's going out the building, because right now every 2 or 3 logs I have to stop and shovel, and it's not productive. I need to keep the mill running constantly. The arbor is out. It is down at P&G Machine Shop in Mobile, Alabama. And guys and girls, I'm telling you, if you need parts made for these Belsaws, don't contact me too much, because I can't make them anymore.
Call P&G and talk to Ray.
Yep, call P&G Machine Shop in Mobile, Alabama, and talk to Ray Hoffman, or to Tyler. They will make any part you need for this mill, because I have all the specs and all the stuff like that for them, and they will make them. I can give them the prints. They've already got most of them. They'll make them right up and ship them right out to you right away. Right now our lathe is down, our vertical mill is down, and our horizontal mill is down. It is annual maintenance time, and they could be down for 6 months for all we know, waiting on parts. But this is it. I'm going to put the mill back together. We're going to plumb the saw blade. We're going to probably send that blade out to get it hammered, and we're putting the brand new blade on here. And then we're going to start sawing again. Remember, maintenance is key. If you start having problems with your mill, wanting to cut in or cut out, or your cants aren't coming out square, everybody's going to tell you check your teeth. Yep. And you better know the tooth angle is between 35 and 37 degrees on your teeth. Any more than that is just a waste of time. Any less than that, you're just beating the crap out of your equipment. It's going to cut bad. Keep your collars machined. Our program, our service and maintenance says every 3 to 6 months we get those collars machined. No matter what, just to put them on a lathe and touch them up, that's the way to go. We have the arbor checked all the time to make sure it's true. Bearings. Let me see if I can find you one. Oh, right here. These are our arbor bearings. They're a lot different than the ones that Belsaw sells, and we have given you guys the part numbers for these. P&G can get these for you. Well, let's see, what are they? These are an SB 209 28G bearing. These are the arbor bearings, the radial arbor bearings. Everybody says, you know, the old arbor bearings were sealed bearings. These are not a sealed unit. These, if I could find it again, because they have to be cleaned, these have a hole in them for a needle bearing greaser.
There. Oh, no, that was grease.
That's grease. Oh no, it's right there. Yep, right there's a little hole for needle. So, my best advice is, on your weekly maintenance program. Take these out, a couple of shots of high-speed wheel bearing grease does wonders. Just a little bit, just enough to keep the bearing free and so it's not clunking around and wearing out too fast. Because nothing will throw your mill off like a bad bearing. So with that being said, we were going to film putting the roof on, but I didn't need all the safety Steves and the Karens and everything else watching us, because there was some stuff that OSHA would not have liked and too many people would not have liked. So we didn't, because I didn't need somebody calling or writing, or next thing I know I've got the police or whoever at my doorstep pounding on my door going, you got your kid up there working on a roof without a harness. Ain't gonna happen, folks. So with that being said, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope next time we can have the mill running, that we can show you what it looks like in operation after a full service. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Please comment. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what kind of milling you want done. There's some upcoming projects that involve going out and pulling some mills out of the woods that we're going to be doing from start to finish. And these are big mills. These aren't little tiny mills like this. These are old 1800s mills that have been laying in the woods for 100 years almost. So, with that being said, God bless. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.